Jamie.
Michael.
It's FridgeCam.
It is, but not quite as we know it, because we're splitting up the segments of the show into different videos. Is it because we want double the amount of views on our videos, or is it because we've listened to your feedback and this is what you said you prefer?
That one. Coming up in the episode today, we make Bounty Bar samosas.
And we make Pan-O-Reese's.
But first, the purple jacket's out, the big creepy hat's out, Ben's sherbet fountain is in, and we're making rainbow chocolate drops.
Today we're making homemade chocolates. You know, the sort that usually get wrapped up in these things and shared out with lots of different flavours, coffee, orange, strawberry. We're making our own with multiple different flavours. First of all, we need to make the chocolate shell. And to do that, we need to temper dark chocolate. First up, we'll snap loads of dark chocolate into a bowl over a pan of simmering water. We'll heat it until it melts and goes above 46 degrees. Next up, we need to cool it down to 26 degrees Celsius. The best way to do that is in a bowl of ice. Just make sure none of the water and ice gets into the chocolate. Keep it moving in the bowl, because these bits around the edge, they're actually cooling down to the point of solidifying, because that's where the bowl is coldest. Can you probe me?
$26.
Now this is at 26 degrees Celsius, we need to raise it back up to 32. So the best way of doing that is back over our warm pan. Okay, this is now at 32 degrees Celsius. So we have ourselves some silicone moulds. Now these are perfect chocolate shaped moulds. You kind of do need to get yourself a mould in order to make homemade chocolates. Again, make sure it's dry. And then we're just going to dribble our chocolate in. Now I know what you're thinking. There's not exactly a lot of room for a filling in some of these. But you remember that time we went to see a Frenchman in Ireland?
Benoit, yes.
And he told us how to chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain. Oh, I see. You're going to do that.
Chocolate rain, all you want to do is let gravity drip all the excess chocolate so you're left with a chocolate shell inside of your casing. And what you're left with now are perfect chocolate shells, all of a roughly equal consistency and well filled.
Should we talk about filling?
While we wait for those to cool, we make a very simple sugar syrup, equal quantity of caster sugar and water. Heat it up in a large pan until the sugar dissolves, and meanwhile, grab yourself some fondant icing and grate it with a coarse grater. Should probably stress we're making an awful lot more of the fondant filling than we actually need. If you're just doing one flavour, you can get away with a lot less. But because we're dividing it and colouring, you always lose a bit every time you do that because it sticks to bowls and spoons. So we're actually having to make a bit more than we need just so we can have the variety of colour.
But if you want the full measurements, then you can find those on saltyfood.com, and then you can make exactly enough as required.
And then bit by bit, dissolve all of this grated fondant into your hot sugar syrup. It will take a while, but eventually end up something that's smooth and silky and white and glossy, and you'll just want to jump into it. Don't, it'll be hot.
That is nice and smooth and silky, and we have 7 bowls. Why, Ben?
Well, we're going to divide it into 7 different colours and flavours. You can divide it into as many as you want. It's very simple. All we need to do to add to each one is a little drop or two of food colouring and a drop or two of food flavouring. I'm going to test your nose.
Lemon.
I trusted you on that one. The first one was orange. This one is lemon.
Hey, don't worry, I've got this covered. Why not add a little bit of red to this and everything will be okay? That is orange. That is très orange.
Now, as you can see, far too much fondant for the amount of casing we've got, but to demonstrate, we're going to make a few of each colour. Easier if you put them into a piping bag. Snip off the end and fill your chocolate shells about 3/4. Now we work quickly. The rest of our melted chocolate we've been keeping just warm over a pan of water but off the heat. And what we want to do is cover all of these. This. These need to set up until they're completely solid. Give them a good couple of hours at room temperature. You can speed it up in the fridge, but better be safe than sorry.
They've set up, and I feel like this is going to be so satisfying to just pop them
Almost
out.
as satisfying as a good zit.
Oh, no. No. Got to give them a trim so that they're nice and circular.
Almond.
Nice.
But that's the consistency you're looking for. It completely holds its shape, and yet as soon as you put it in your mouth, it'll ooze.
Prove it.
Ooze.
Our significant others are going to really enjoy these.
It's very true. Should we share them this year? Boys! Pick a colour
They're flavoured.
and see if you can guess
Now,
what flavour it is.
I'm going green.
I'm going pink.
So you've got purple,
Yep.
which obviously is gingerbread.
I'm going pink.
You've gone pink, which is also obviously chai.
What?
Chai.
That's really good.
Beautiful spices with dark chocolate.
How nice are they though?
Really good.
I'm looking for a coffee one
They're
because it's one of
vibrant.
my favourites.
Good job.
Well done, boys.
Thank you. Thank you.
And these ones, you can gift to whoever you like.
Oh, mate, he is hinting. So
No!
That is the worst hint I have ever heard.
We were talking earlier, he wanted some to take for his Valentine.
They were brilliant, but seemed like a bit of an effort, if I'm honest.
Well, I like to put effort into my loved ones.
Tempered.
I always put.
Oh,
Ben!
oh no.
Ben! Good. Boop. Take two. Well, these are great.
They are great.
And a flavour for everyone.
Just a bit of faff, like
I don't have a problem with doing a bit of faff for your
good for a first
Valentine.
date.
Yeah, if you're trying to win over your future partner,
Exactly, future partner. But what if you've already got that partner and you put a ring on it? Barry and I have got an idea up our sleeves. If you don't want to go to all of that effort, then join us in FridgeCam Part 2 tomorrow, and we're going to show you how to use store-bought chocolate and take it up to the next level just by pimping it a bit, not faffing with it.
I don't have a problem with faffing.
Previously on FridgeCam, Ben and Mike showed us how to make some fantastic rainbow chocolate fondants. They looked amazing, they tasted amazing, but they were just a little bit hard.
Yeah, and they were supposedly for a Valentine's Day. But
Yeah.
we're both married, so
We don't need to impress people that much.